The United Kingdom is a group of islands north of France representing around 67 million people. Its full name is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It is a constitutional monarchy representing 4 main countries, 3 crown dependencies, and 14 overseas territories. The flag is called the Union Jack, and it's the combination of all the 4 countries' flags in the kingdom. The anthem is God Save the King or Queen when the monarch is female. The current king is Charles since 2022 when the Queen Elizabeth died. The UK was formed in 1801 when the Kingdom of Great Britain together with the Kingdom of Ireland signed the Acts of Union 1800. The UK and Portugal have the oldest political alliance in the world. It's called the Anglo-Portuguese Alliance and it's still in force to this day. It was established by the Treaty of Windsor in 1386 between the Kingdom of England, which is now the United Kingdom, and the Kingdom of Portugal, which is now the Portuguese Republic. Throughout history, Britain invaded in total 171 countries, which is exactly 90% of all countries in the world. The British Empire to this day is the most powerful empire that has ever existed. During its peak in the early 1900s, it held over 24% of all land on the planet and 23% of the world's population. Needless to say, they influenced the entire world's culture and development. Things like English being the global language today and having invented many sports like rugby, soccer, tennis, table tennis, golf, hockey, and a few others. Countries. The 4 main countries representing the United Kingdom from most populous to least populous are England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, not to be confused with the Republic of Ireland. England has a population of 56 million people, making it by far the most populous country in the United Kingdom. It has no official anthem, but it usually uses God Save the King, which is the same anthem as the United Kingdom. The flag is called the St. George's Cross. Its motto is Do it mon droit, which is French for God and my right. It's in French because after William the Bastard became the first Norman king of England in 1066, the royal court and the ruling class had Norman French as their primary language instead of English. And the capital is London. Scotland has a population of 5.5 million people. The anthem is Flower of Scotland. Its motto is Nemo me impune lacessit, which is Latin for No one assaults me with impunity. The flag is St. Andrew's Cross and the capital is Edinburgh. Wales was formed in 1536 when Henry VIII signed the Act of Union. It has a population of 3 million people. The anthem is Hen Wlad van Hathai, which means Old Land of My Fathers. Its motto is Cymru am Byd, which means Wales forever. This is the Welsh flag, and the reason it is not part of the Union Jack is because back when the Union Jack was created, Wales was technically united with England. So the English flag represents both England and Wales. The official languages in Wales are Welsh and English, and the capital is Cardiff. Also, Wales has more than 600 castles. That's more castles per square mile than any other country in Europe. Northern Ireland has a population of nearly 2 million people. Its motto is Quis separabit, which is from Romans 8:35, which says, Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Northern Ireland does not have an official flag, but they use the Ulster banner in sports, so that has become its unofficial flag, and the capital is Belfast. Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland have their own devolved government and can vote on England's laws, but England does not have its own devolved government and cannot vote on the other countries' laws. And that's mostly because the capital of the United Kingdom is the same as the capital of England, London. United Kingdom versus Great Britain. Great Britain is a geographical term rather than a political one. It refers only to Scotland, Wales, and England. The United Kingdom is Great Britain plus Northern Ireland, hence the name. The United Kingdom is a sovereign state with its own flag, anthem, and politics. Island of Ireland. The island of Ireland, just like Great Britain, is a geographical term rather than a political one. It contains 2 countries, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The Republic of Ireland is more populous and larger, and it is not part of the UK. When someone says they're Irish, it means they're from this country. Ireland is an independent country, part of the European Union. Northern Ireland is much smaller and it is part of the UK, not Great Britain. Because remember, the full name is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Crown dependencies. The 3 crown dependencies are Jersey, Guernsey, and the Isle of Man. They are not part of the UK but are self-governing dependencies of the Crown. This means that they have their own directly elected legislative assemblies, administrative, fiscal, and legal systems. Overseas territories. There are 14 overseas territories. The United Kingdom is responsible for their defense and internal security, and they all have the British monarch as their head of state. From most populous to least populous, they are the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, Turks and Caicos Islands, Gibraltar, the British Virgin Islands, Anguilla, Akrotiri and Dhekelia, St. Helena, Ascension and Tristan da Cunha, Montserrat, Falkland Islands, the Pitcairn Islands, the British Arctic Territory, the British Indian Ocean Territory, and the South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. Most of the territories only have civilians, except for the British Antarctic Territory, the South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands, which only have officials and researchers, and the British Indian Ocean Territory, which is a military base. Combined, they have a population of around 250,000 people. In 1982, the United Kingdom went to war with Argentina over one of its overseas territories, the Falkland Islands. Argentina claimed, and it still claims, that the Falkland Islands are their territory, but that's not true because it actually belongs to the UK. And most of the Falkland citizens also favor British leadership over Argentine leadership. The war lasted 10 weeks when Argentina surrendered. 649 Argentine military personnel, 255 British military personnel, and 3 Falkland Islanders were killed in the war. Commonwealth. There are 2 types of Commonwealth, the Commonwealth of Nations and the Commonwealth of Realms. The Commonwealth of Nations represents 56 member states, the vast majority of which are former colonies of the British Empire. 36 of them are republics, 5 of them have different monarchs, and the other 15 still recognize the British royal family as their head of state. These other 15 countries represent the Commonwealth of Realms. The countries from most populous to least populous are Canada, Australia, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Jamaica, the Solomon Islands, Belize, the Bahamas, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Tuvalu. All of these countries are independent, but not entirely, which is why they can't have presidents, only prime ministers. Due to the Commonwealth, all 15 countries of the Commonwealth of Realms have the British royalty printed on their currency, but not just any royalty, specifically the Queen Elizabeth. But since she died, I'm not sure if they'll update it to King Charles.